Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are starting Module 2, and we are beginning on Lesson 1 on page 9. So today's lesson is about dividing fractions and what that means. So number 1 says, draw a model to show how to equally share the brownies, then complete the equation. 4 brownies are shared equally by 3 people. Okay, so what I see here is I see 1, 2, 3, 4. So those boxes represent our brownies. And what's going to happen is I'm going to take each brownie and I'm going to divide it for the 3 people. So let's take our first brownie and we're going to cut it for the 3 people. And maybe my 3 people, I could say I have a blue person, a yellow person, and a green person. And then what I'm going to do is give out those pieces to those people, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the next brownie. I'm going to cut it for my 3 people, and I'm going to cut this one for my 3 people, and I'm going to cut this one for my 3 people. So my blue person's going to get this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. My yellow person is going to get this piece, and this piece. And my green person is going to get this first piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. So because the whole one was cut into 3 pieces, each of these pieces is 1/3 big. So each of those pieces is 1/3 big. So if we look at our blue person, I'm going to start with my blue. My blue person, he's going to get this piece right here, which is 1/3, this piece right here, which is 1/3, this piece right here, which is 1/3, this piece right here, which is 1/3. So my blue person is going to get 4 pieces that are 1/3 big, which would equal 4/3. So 4 brownies divided by 3 people equals 4/3. Okay, now if I don't have highlighters, another thing that I like to do is I like to just name the people. So I could have, instead of doing the colors, I could have said maybe like this is going to be Jack, and this is going to be Augie, and this is going to be Summer. And that would have been Jack, Augie, and Summer, Jack, Augie, and Summer, Jack, Augie, and Summer. So Jack could have been my blue person and got the 4/3. So you don't have to have the highlighters as well. Okay, so let's look at our next problem. Our next problem says, draw a model to represent the division expression, then complete the equation. So here I have 3 and I'm dividing it between 5 people. So we could stick with our brownies if we'd like. So this time I'm gonna have 3 brownies. And I'm going to divide them between our 5 people. So this first brownie, we're going to cut into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. And then we would pass them out to our 5 people. So again, we could have Jack, we could have Augie, we could have Summer, we could have Charlotte, and we could have Max. So I'm going to cut this one up into 5, and I'm going to pass it out to the same people. Jack, Augie, Summer, Charlotte, and Max. And this one I'm going to cut up into the 5 people, and I have again Jack, Augie, Summer, Charlotte, and Max. So each of these pieces is 1/5 big because the whole was cut into 5 pieces. So Jack is going to get that 1/5, this 1/5, and this 1/5. So Jack is going to get a total of 3/5. Okay, so I could do that for every problem, but that's a lot of work. It's much easier just to go back and look at how the equation's set up. So we read from left to right and top down. So this says 4 divided by 3, and this says 4 divided by 3. Okay, number 2 says, this says 3 divided by 5, and this also says 3 divided by 5. So it's much easier if you just kind of see the pattern. So when I look at this one, I could draw 8 brownies and I could divide it between 7 people, or I could just say 8 divided by 3 and 8 divided by 3. I apologize, guys. 8 divided by 7 and 8 divided by 7. And the same thing for this one. It's going to be top down and left right. So this says 9 divided by 10, so it would be 9 divided by 10. So again, if you understand the format, it saves you from having to draw all the pictures. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're also doing lesson 2 tonight. So please turn your books to page 15. And we're going to continue with this with problems a little bit more challenging. So number 1 says, complete the equation and the statement by using a mixed number. Draw a model to help you, then divide. And our problem is 7 apples are shared equally by 4 friends. Okay, so I'm going to draw my 7 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. And now I'm going to divide them between my 4 friends. So I'm going to divide it for my 4 friends. I'm going to divide it between my 4 friends. I'm going to divide this one between my 4 friends, and I'm going to keep going. So each one's been divided between my 4 friends. And because the whole was cut into 4 pieces, each one is 1/4 big. So we're going to use our same character. So Jack is going to get that piece. Jack's also going to get that piece. Jack's going to get that piece, this piece. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to give Jack the first piece of each of the apples. So Jack had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces, and they were each 1/4 big. Okay, so that is one way to do it. But an easier way to do it would have been, we could have passed them out as whole apples. So I'm gonna actually come up here and use some of this space. So I'm gonna draw my 7 apples again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I have my 7 apples, and I know I have 4 friends. So I have enough apples to give everyone a whole apple. So I'm going to give Jack this whole apple. I'm going to give Augie this whole apple. I'm going to give, let's see, Jack, Augie, let's Summer that whole apple. And I'm using all of our Wonder characters. And I'm going to give Charlotte that apple. So I have 4 friends, and there was enough apples for them to each get a whole. And then what we can do is now I have only 3 left, so they can't each get 2 apples. So these leftover apples we can divide between them. So Jack can get that piece, Augie, Summer, Charlotte, Jack, Augie, Summer, Charlotte, Jack, Augie, Summer, Charlotte. So this way, what do we see? Jack got 1 whole piece. He also got 1, 2, 3 pieces that were each 1/4 big. So we could say Jack got 1 whole and 3/4. And the way I could have showed this mathematically without pictures is, I have 7 apples divided by 4. So remember our in and out, how we set up our division problems. This is my dividend that's going to go inside. This is my divisor that's going to go outside. So if I have 7 inside and 4 outside, well, I have enough apples to give each friend 1, and then 1 apple to each of the 4 friends would use up 4 apples, and I would have 3 left. I would have 3 left. So this remainder becomes my numerator, and my divisor is my denominator. So look, I got the exact same answer that I did with the picture, but look at how quick that is. They're the exact same answer. So I just have to remember that my remainder became my numerator and my divisor is my denominator. Okay, so let's look at this one. Number 2 says, divide and express the quotient as a mixed number. Use vertical form to help you. Okay, so here I have 9 divided by 2. And remember, that's our in and out. So that's why the 9 went inside as my divisor and my 2 went out. I'm sorry, my 9 went inside as my dividend and my 2 went outside as my divisor. So this story would be I have 9. It could be brownies, it could be apples, whatever we want. I'm going to say I have 9 apples. So I have 9 apples. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 apples. And I'm going to divide them between 2 people. So let's say I have enough to give them each one. So I gave Jack that one and Augie that one. Do I still have enough? Yep, so give them each one more. Do I have enough? Yep, give them each one more. Do I have enough? Yep, give them each one more. And now I don't have enough. So now we have to cut it in half. And we're gonna give Jack that piece and Augie that piece. And because this whole was cut into 2 pieces, they're each getting half. So what is Jack getting? 1, 2, 3, 4 wholes plus a half. But mathematically, I could have done that the same way. I could have said 9 apples divided by 2 people. Well, 9 divided by 2, I would put a 4 there. And if I gave each of the 2 people 4 apples, I would have used up 8 and only had 1 left. So it would have been 4, the remainder is my numerator, and my divisor is my denominator. So I would have got the same answer without drawing. Okay, this last one, let's try not to draw it, because look at what I'm stuck with. Now my number is 52. I do not want to draw 52 apples and have to divide them. So it says find 52 divided by 6. Express the quotient as a mixed number. So in and out, so the 52 is going to go inside. The divisor, 6, is going to go outside. So this story would be I have 52 brownies, and I want to divide them between 6 people. Okay, well, if I have 5 brownies, I can't divide them between 6 people. If I have 52 brownies, I can. So I'm going to get started. So what do I know there? Well, I know 5 times 6 is 30. They have way more than that. I know 8 times 6 is 48. And I know 9 times 6 is 54. So I have enough brownies to give 8 brownies to each of the 6 people, which would be 48 brownies. And I'm going to have 4 brownies left. So each student or child or friend can get 8 brownies. There's going to be 4 left, and my divisor was 6. So my answer is 8 4/6. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.